Hi there, Luke here, and welcome back to my Metaphor ReFantazio playthrough. Last time we took out the Necromancer and averted Calamity. Now, we just kind of hang around until, what's-his-face, the High Priest or whatever, makes some sort of announcement.
What is it?
So,
Amazing.
I think we can just kind of do whatever we want, and I'm not entirely certain what I want to do, but I do know Hulkenberg wants to hang out, and we should probably do that. Although, I don't know if Stroll wants to hang out. It looks like Stroll does want to hang out. So where is Stroll? So if I click on him, can I, like, teleport? I hear a voice. Maybe I should go talk to him. Yeah. Let's go talk. I'll hang out with Hulkenberg later, but, I mean, Stroll was our first friend, so... Yeah. Let's talk to you first. Is that Gauntlet Runner again?
Yeah.
Ah, it's you. Staying put like this puts the day of Calamity in mind for me. I've an interesting rumor out of Grand Trad. I thought I might walk the streets to see what comes of it. If you're not too burdened, would you care to join me? Let's do it.
All right.
Then let's be off. I've heard tell that there's some drifters who occasionally show up on this road here. I can't help but wonder, maybe they're the people we've been looking for. I don't know what he means by that. Grand Trad is so full of novelty. I still can't get used to all the clamor, though. In Halia, the town where I grew up, you could hear a pin drop by comparison. There was still the bustle of friendship and commerce, but
that's...
Young Master Leon, it couldn't be.
Huh?
I know that voice.
Rangif.
Rangif, is that truly you? You made it out safely?
Wow.
Oh, young Master Leon. My goodness, look how you've grown. Friend of yours? Oh,
What?
okay. Accidentally chose that one.
Truth is...
Doesn't matter. He served he served House... Haliotis when our house still stood. I never imagined I'd see him again, much less here. Rangif, this is Stalin. He's a friend I've recently begun traveling with.
However...
Forgive me for saying, time has not been kind to your frame, old friend. Are you eating well? And how are the others?
That's...
After the human attacked, the survivors fled to the capital. No one could make a living among the ruins in Halia, much less restore it. Most arrived here with only the clothes on their backs. Their livelihoods were destroyed, and without shelter from the rain, more than a few have faded away. No, then let me help. Let me find your housing. Well, I would if I had means. All I have left of my nobility is in name alone. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Your kindness is more than I could ask for, young master. I've always said you've got your heart from your parents. The only reason we're alive here today is because your parents had us evacuate to the capital. You mean to say my parents instructed you to flee here? All the more reason then I have to help somehow. Should we take them with us? Let's find a way to help.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I only wish I knew how. When interacting with a follower or an ally and giving them a response that moves their heart, you may obtain mag, which you can occasionally only acquire in battle. Interesting. Okay, so that's cool. Try to be as open and receptive as possible. Yep, got it. Who holds authority over the area you're staying in right now? An Ashika? Marquis? Lord Hydron.
I see.
A Marquis, you say? Sounds like we need to pay this Lord Hydron a visit. Is it Marquis? Yeah, I think so. I'll see if I can negotiate the use of some vacant homes for all of Halia's refugees to live in, though I doubt my name alone is worth much collateral. Young master, please, our woes should not be yours to shoulder. I already bear the weight, old friend. That fateful day 7 years ago, my parents acted to save as many as they could. I was just a boy, lost in the panic, and I wouldn't have escaped if it weren't for all of you.
Oh, definitely.
In other words, I'm only standing here today because of your swift action. So let me do what I can to give you peace in this new life.
Sure, but...
You honor us. Still, I fear your plea may fall on deaf ears with Lord Hydron. Devoted as he would seem to the church, he has brushed me off before as a backwater refuse. All the more reason I should speak with him myself if that's how he sees you. Let's go set him straight.
Right. You know...
I fear it might backfire if we... Wait, you're coming too? Moving forward, we'll be in no shortage of trouble. I'd rather not have to... I'd rather you not have to add my personal woes to that. That's what friends do.
It'll be fine. You.
Very well.
Thanks.
Either way, it's reassuring to have you by my side. On behalf of both me and my house, you have my gratitude. Nice.
I feel more courageous when I'm with you.
Reduces mag cost of studying the warrior lineage. Not bad. You have my thanks as well, Sir Dalen. I have no doubt the young master's in capable hands.
Huh?
Please, enough with the young master thing. We need not stand on ceremony.
Let's head back.
Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Oh, man. Pardon me. Okay. I should have us meet Lord Hydron without delay, but the sun is going down. Let us return for now and meet with him another day. Whew, okay, we got some mag. Nice. Back to the hushed honeybee. Okay, so nighttime we can do a variety of things. Hold on. Okay, pardon me. Okay.
Amazing. What is it?
Been having a little bit of a sneezing fit. Man, I really hope I'm not getting sick. Right before holidays as well. I'm recording this shortly before
Let's go.
Christmas for those who celebrate it. So about 2 weeks
What is it?
before Christmas.
God, I am grateful.
My sister actually got hit over Thanksgiving, we
You ill? Wow.
we had her come from California to where we live, and she ended up getting walking pneumonia, which really sucks. I have no idea
Give it a full
how exactly she got it. She did, I mean, it's very possible she got it from the airport, I suppose. But it must have developed from just not...
Aha.
Who are you? Hold on. This is important. Genial Seer.
Divination sees all things.
Vestiges of Magla are left by people wandering through the city. These patterns tell me of the weather to come. Good evening, young man. I am a fortune teller. Please come to visit me if ever you wish to know which way the wind blows. Weather, huh? Being able to predict bad weather does seem helpful, but it's not exactly high on our list of priorities right now.
Grand Cathedral, why? It's...
Sorry for being a little sniffly right now, but
I'm just incredulous.
let's see here. We could increase one of our social skills, our virtues, that is. Oh, actually, maybe we should do this. Brigida.
You. Just
Oh, okay, never mind. Can't go right now.
I can't believe it.
So we could increase our wisdom again. Or... oh, wrong button. Where's my virtues? There we go. We could probably go for tolerance. That would probably level up. Tolerance seems like a good one.
The sky.
How fine.
I know that there's a couple of those down this way.
My wits have left me, I believe.
I'm really excited to see what sort of social links or bonds, as this game calls them,
Oi there.
that we have access to in this game.
Oi there.
Clearly, we have Maria. We have a couple other people. Why? Whoa. This guy has a weird aura around him. He looks a little... This person looks a little scary.
Say there.
I hear you were Grius, and an elder besides. Things must be interesting. Friend of Grius can be trusted, I suppose, but let's not discuss the legality of my goods. Sure thing. We'll sell these. I figured we'd go check this out just because we are in the area and it's open only at night. Turn icon cost of guard. That's not actually bad. That's a pretty good item. 2 consecutive actions. That's even better. Prevents poison, prevents... okay. Status ailment. Prevention. Not bad. What's the most expensive one? Sleep. Okay. Sure. I don't think we'll buy anything right now. We have limited funds at this point in the game. Yeah, I'm a little intrigued by this
I
character.
am grateful.
So there's this one.
What is it?
See
Here's the
there.
honeybee. I know there was another one where we could increase our tolerance.
I am grateful.
Nope. Nope. Let's see.
Well,
I think it was up here.
ridiculous.
No? Hold on.
Oi there.
I think I went the wrong way. Up here.
Stop that at once. Unstinking believable.
No? Never mind. I thought there was one that was right here next to all the shops.
What is it?
I guess it could be that maybe it's only
What is
available
it?
during the day. But we can
I
do
am
this one.
grateful. Oh.
Greetings, elder boy. We don't see many of your tribe in the royal capital, though we're similar in that way. Have you heard of the Mastari tribe? We too are rarely seen in Grand Trad. I've heard of it.
However,
So you've met other Mastari before, but I doubt you know everything about us, yes? So then, any interest in our history, in why we live our lives secluded and oppressed? I'll share if you'd like to know. Mistari history, learning more about them may help us better support those in need, right? Yeah, sure.
pleased
talk
to
to him.
hear it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go elsewhere to chat, shall we?
Well then.
Our tribe is called the Mastari. Perhaps the most obvious part of our culture is that we wear masks, just like the one I have on right now. Next thing you'll notice is we all have 3 eyes. Oh! Okay. So the necromancer was Mastari. Actually, I think that was mentioned.
What?
Interesting. 3 eyes? And that goes for every Mastari? What's it like to see for you all? Our 3rd eye cannot see things. We see the world almost exactly as you do. However, the Mastari faith is vastly different from that of other tribes. We've our own unique faith, different from the state religion, sanctism. Interesting. Is it restricted to the Mastari tribe? That's correct. Normally, we cannot reveal our teachings to other tribes. Sanctism is a belief open to all. Perhaps that is why, at times, politics get involved and distort its doctrine. For that reason, we refrain from revealing our faith to everyone. It's our only means of keeping our doctrine away the way it should be. That doesn't sound like the best solution, but I'm guessing it's complicated. Some try to spread our teachings outside the island, but things quickly grow complex, and one must tread carefully. Other tribes have a tendency to jump to conclusions. This is why sanctism has gathered many believers, and now we are scorned as the masked tribe. That is who we are, forever etched in our history. Nice.
All right.
Didn't even get an upgrade.
Pleased to hear
It's okay.
it.
It may be worth telling you more. Next time I'll tell you about our basic doctrine, if the chance comes. I thought he said he's not allowed to. Oh well. I guess
Time marches on.
I guess
and
he can
the
share with
age of
us.
A new king draws nearer.
I'm intrigued by whatever those 3 symbols are that the vines are holding.
Evidently.
A group of corpses was discovered in Tradia Desert, travelers aiming for the royal capital, it seems.
You're right.
There's certainly a lot of monsters out there. How tragic for them to meet their end so close to their destination.
Yes.
There seems to be a pack leader among that group of monsters. Might the recruitment center have more information on it? Good point. So we have a monster quest that we can go pick up from the recruitment center. Not a bad idea.
Well then.
Let's go do that, actually. Hulkenberg still wants to talk to us.
What is it?
So we're probably going to do that first.
Oh, I am grateful.
One thing I learned about playing Persona is
Oh.
you tend to want to prioritize the bonds. They are just really important, especially if you want to get like different endings and things like that.
I love it.
Stop that at once.
Well, I'll not look.
So I'm thinking today we'll hang out with
I'm just
Hulkenberg,
incredulous.
and then moving forward from there, I don't know what we'll do at night, but we will go and take care of Brigida's quest.
Whatever should I do?
But I also want to be able to take out these zombies as well, so we'll have to find time to do that. I hope I can do that at night. Wait, what did she just say? Fake mentioning, yeah, Hulkenberg, got it.
Uh-huh.
Ugh, the captain's gone, the Grand Cathedral's a mess, and my work keeps piling up, What? You here for the bounties? Oh, sure. Have a look. It's good you haven't been found out. Maybe I was worrying too much. Okay, so the man-eater Manjula? I need to slay the man-eater Manjula in Tradia Desert. Okay, so basically one of the lions. Sure.
Huh?
1,000 reeve? Or, oh, 10,000 reeve to just to defeat this monster. I guess they must be really struggling with it.
you want.
Okay. It usually hides in its entourage of wild dogs. We can take care of dogs, no problem. Take out enough wild dogs and it'll show itself eventually. The military's short-handed, so this one's been difficult to handle. You still want the contract? Sure. You're brave for someone so young. Okay, it's all yours. To get to the desert, go through the large gate south of Sun Lumino Street. After you walk a bit, you'll find it. Also, beasts aren't your only concern out there. You'll run into a swarm of sandworms if you're unlucky, so beware. As for the details, we're too understaffed to give you much. So go ask an informant. That bunch just rubs me the wrong way, though.
On you.
If you do somehow manage to slay the Manjula, bring back the Rampager tail as evidence. Good luck, and try not to get yourself killed out there.
Let's do it.
Man's not so best friend. Okay. Perfect.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Katharina's on here. Let's see here. Yeah, so Katharina's kind of making a name for herself.
No.
Oh.
No.
Let's just Go to Hulkenberg. I'm so glad that you can just fast travel your tier companions.
It's you.
Ah, 'tis you. I know there's little left to do, but wait, yet that has me more restless than anything.
Hail.
Ah, that's right. Have you a moment to talk?
The truth is,
Lately, I have felt great pressure weighing on me. It's made it difficult to stay level-headed. I hoped I might have your counsel. It must be dealt with swiftly, lest it affect my performance in battle. How would you cope with such burdens if you were me? I feel like Hulkenberg needs some exercise. I think she's the type of person who would just go out and be active. Sound enough. And thus, occupied with your exertions, your mind is cleared of distraction. Then how about it? Would you like to train in swordplay with me? Your technique is self-taught, I presume. This seems a fine opportunity to start you on some formal training. Yeah, that's fine.
all right.
In that case, we shall need some training swords to the weapon shop with us. Yeah, Hulkenberg definitely seems like the person who'd hit up the gym when they want to clear their mind.
You know, I'm truly
All
blessed
right.
with good fortune.
Stroll? Random stroll line? Okay. A fine balanced weapon, no? 'Tis for training only, but you'd never know it from the grip and swing. 'Tis most nostalgic. I once trained with that blade when I'd just become a royal guardswoman myself. 'Twas not long after joining that I was assigned to the prince's retinue. So I was desperate to improve. I was younger even than you are now, and notably unskilled. Each night I would slip past our commander's watch, join a comrade of mine in the dark, and spar with him until our hands were calloused and blistered.
Certainly.
Some bouts I won, some bouts I lost. Yet despite all the times we crossed blades, we never did see who was the better. Sounds like a worthy opponent. Maybe I'll say, what was he like?
Well,
Perhaps.
A reasonable. I should have said, sounds like a worthy opponent. I said the wrong thing. A reasonable man, I suppose, so he had to be at least. We swore we'd become royal knights worthy of the title, and rise to the heights of the order. We'd be champions.
surely you jest.
God above, Hulkenberg, is that truly you? Oh. So he actually made it to being a commander or something? So it is you. You've returned.
Rodan.
Stinter. Sorry, what? Rodanth? What a coincidence. I was just speaking of a comrade and rival. This is the self-same man. And who's this pup? Pup?
Nice to meet you.
What? Okay. I see. You truly have changed, Hulkenberg. What do you mean? I mean, I'm taken aback. You indulge the company of this elder brat? You, once a proud member of the knighthood? Why does that strike you so?
Absurd.
I suppose like... Oh, I suppose like attracts alike. The dirt suits a fallen knight. Wow, what a prick.
You.
What? Oh, calm yourself, Hulkenberg. The commander of the Royal Knights is well within his bounds to judge your failures.
What?
Commander? You mean yourself?
Yes.
While you wandered as a vagrant, I earned both our share of honors. So I see.
And?
And you? Clearly you've already given up on pulling yourself any higher. What has occupied you instead? I pursue a mission. one that far outweighs any glory found in the order.
Whoops.
Oh. Ah, of course. When you couldn't save the prince, any dignity you had as royal guard, it was well and duly snuffed, wasn't it? I suppose you had little choice but to cling to your search for his shadow. How dare! Choose your words with care. No need. I have nothing more to say. You disappoint me, Hulkenberg.
Sorry.
Gotta love the timing of just randomly encountering basically a general just in some alley. My apologies, I'm sorry you had to see that. What a scumbag. He once spoke with more kindness than scorn. I do understand his anger. 'Twas by my choice that our promised paths diverged, after all. But we cannot afford to lose sight of our priorities. Dalen, let us fight onward in the name of His Royal Highness. That is the path I walk now.
I have not the luxury of regret.
Pardon me.
Begging your pardon. But do you know that fellow who just left? Merely an old friend. You don't say. Well, see you around.
Very well.
That was random. Let us leave our training for
Yes.
another time. 100 drills or 1,000 swings, 'twill take an unsparing regimen, indeed, to purge this distraction. So, Stroll's character arc is about sort of repaying it to his village and those who are left of his homeland. And Hulkenberg's, it seems, would be coming to terms with the fact that she kind of gave up her knighthood to be able to find the prince and whatnot. I wonder if we can talk to Maria. Where is Maria? Oh, some places can get pretty dangerous at night, so watch your back. I'm more familiar with the city than you, so feel free to ask me anything. Are we gonna get jumped in like an alleyway? That'd be pretty crazy. Feel bad for whoever makes that mistake.
What is it? Amazing.
Let's, I bet you Maria is upstairs. She's still grieving. Okay.
What is it?
Amazing. Let's see here. We could get
Fancy a bit of info.
on the Lord of Tradia Desert should be the one.
Want in on this?
You've surely heard that the stretch of desert to the south here, that's Tradia Desert. It lies beyond the large gate. Most travelers and cargo arrive at Grand Trad after making their way through that desert. Consequently, there's no shortage of people who have been attacked while
Just
traveling
between
through
us.
it. Ah, here we go. They're harassed on the journey by swarms of Valmo and giant monstrous birds. I don't know what Valmo are, but maybe they're the dogs? The threats are too numerous to name, but the worst is the man-eater Majula. Word is, not only does its breath burn like fire, it also spreads a foul poison. If you fight it, you should be wary of its howl. In addition to being resistant to heat, fire magic is ineffective against it. Yep. Conversely, it is quite susceptible to the cold, meaning ice magic is effective. Yep. Worthless. Could have figured out
Amazing.
that
What is
like
it?
so quickly. If it's fire, it's gonna be weak to ice. Come on. I spent money on that.
Say there.
Okay, let's see here.
What is it?
God, I am grateful.
I talk to this guy again. But I think I saw another virtue
Stop that at once.
that we could boost. Kind of don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I know I'm just
My wits have left me.
engaging with the life sim aspect of the game for now, and that's fine. I love this part of the game actually,
Ridiculous.
but I don't know what would be best.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Improving imagination wouldn't be a bad idea. It's too late to go do Brigida's quest. I wonder, hold on.
How far?
Can I leave
I
now
love
to
it.
take on the man-eater?
Close your eye. Oh, close
But
Come off
Do I
it.
talk to you?
How did I...
Hey,
Oh, it's especially dangerous at night.
come off
Oh.
it.
Dang it. Okay, so we can't leave the city.
Close your eye. Oh, close your Ridiculous. What is it?
Stop that at
Let's increase our imagination.
Now, how did I wind up here?
I wonder if we can go back to the mausoleum.
Sure.
'Cause I definitely missed some items. So this guy's freaking out about the fact that we have a fairy. As a boy, my parents would even tell me stories about fairies before bed. Would you care for me to tell you
I
one?
wonder.
So you grew up on fairy tales? No wonder you've got fairies on the mind. What do you think? Let's
My
listen.
thanks.
Imagine that, getting to tell a fairy tale to a real fairy. Come, let's find a table at the tavern.
Long ago.
Are those supposed to be wrinkles under his eyes? It's an interesting... Maybe it's a tribe thing. Now, this story goes back to my grandfather's grandfather. Once, far, far away, there was a village in the countryside. There was a cave nearby that the villagers prohibited anyone from entering. But one day, my ancestor, who was just a boy then, decided he had to go see it for himself.
Come on.
So he defied his elders? Your ancestor sounds like a handful. It runs in the family. Anyway, sure enough, he ventured deep inside and soon became swallowed in darkness, hopelessly lost. A handful or not, he was still just a boy, and his bravery failed him. He sank into his knees in the dark, crying pitifully.
Nevertheless.
But then, something bathed in a warm light caught his eye as it approached him. The little light actually spoke, saying, "Pipe down. You can't cry in a place like this." He was shocked. After he got a good look at it, the boy realized it was a fairy, pulsing with light. He was so relieved, his tears only magnified. But the fairy couldn't bear it. Throwing her arms up, she said, "If you want to cry so badly, fine, suit yourself," and she left. But before he knew it, the fairy returned. Come on now, follow me. I'll show you the way out." You see, she had sensed a dangerous beast deep inside the cave, and compassion won the day. She decided to get him safely back to the entrance.
Oh, yeah?
Huh. I thought the fairy was kind of cruel at first, but I guess she had a good heart. Turns out it was Gallica all along. When they arrived at the cave's mouth, the boy turned to thank the fairy, but she had already disappeared into thin air. Time marched on, and he grew to an adult. He visited the cave countless times, hoping to find and thank her, but he never saw her again as long as he lived.
Oh my.
Oh, but would you look at the time? We'd better pick this up again later. If you'd like to know the ending, I'll be around.
All right. Well then.
Time marches on. and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Kind of curious what I think it's Forden has to announce.
Well then.
Hello. Oh, Stroll one's staying out again. Not a bad thing. Let's do that. Why not? I know I said I'll do Brigida's quest, but let's focus on our bonds first. And then we will do that if we have days remaining.
Yeah.
This regards Lord Hydron, that landowner in Grand Trad my family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumor says he's clever, not in a good way. I'm lost about how to approach him. Let's
Thanks
go. Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. Oh, sorry. Man, I had a late night last night. He's a devout sanctist, so we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral. I was told Lord Hydron comes here often. Right on cue. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron. But how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Halia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pay.
No.
Pray. Honestly, probably a mistake the church would make. You've come to pray. No, I came to see you, actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but...
Truth is,
I've come to beg the use of some of the vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping on the streets. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by. And so I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people.
no.
No. Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
Yes.
So fate was cruel to them, and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. You're right about one thing. I was a fool to ask your aid.
What?
What about your people?
Obviously.
Don't worry, I won't abandon my people. I never, Incidentally, I don't know your, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You needn't worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. But before I go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people. No matter your stance on it, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to the harsh truths of the royal capital too young. It's a pity. Yeah, you won't help it.
Hang on.
Stop.
Let's not let our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Rangif. I wasn't able to persuade Lord Hydran to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility. And that I couldn't abide.
No.
Please don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we could
Yes.
ask. Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
House Haliatus must rise again from the ruin that human wrought. Restore it to its former glory, or, I should hope, to greater heights still. I'd heard you'd been living off the generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parents. To be brought so low can't have been easy for you. Your parents only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should.
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but did you just say inheritance? When the village was destroyed, I don't recall any mention of one. So you were unaware of it? I suspected as much, given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this I have no doubt. Though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia. Can you think of any leads?
Yeah.
Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so,
Regardless, I'll make my journey back home on my own, all right? I'll not burden you with a wild goose chase. No, we do this together.
No.
But I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in that rubble.
thank you.
But listen, thank you for today. I have lost it. I would have lost it if it weren't. I would have lost it if you hadn't been there to help keep me calm. I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side. Oh, romantic. Oh, hello. The proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny.
Of course I'd like you to come, but
The party can now study the Sword Master. Ooh. Okay. I do hope you find your inheritance, the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for was that you would come into your own with a worthy house. They would be so proud of how wise beyond your years you have become. Your father especially. You're just like him in that respect. I am not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go to academia. I want to study this Swordmaster archetype.
Really? Say there. Stop that at once.
Ridiculous.
Now,
Here we go.
where was I?
I wonder if hanging out with more takes actual time. I think it would, but at the same time, we're kind of in a realm that is outside of time, so I don't know. I sense the presence of a new archetype. Might I see them if you've a mind to show me? Wait, hold on. Hold up. I almost didn't pet the cat.
Ah, how good of you to come.
Let's see here. So we still need to increase the healer. And I think that's really what's going to help us get further in our bond with more. Nope, not Dalen. I want Scroll to study the Swordmaster. Damn. We need rank 20. Ah, so close. Okay. Well, let's... Should we equip the healer? Might not be a bad idea. Start ranking up the healer a little bit. We can go out and try to do Brigida's quest as well as the Maneater Manjula as the healer. Oh yeah, crazy. I forgot that the healer doesn't start with a heal spell. It seems so backwards to me. Like, why would the healer not have a heal spell? Oh, that's right. You get full party heals. Got it. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, let's have the healer equipped for now. And yeah, cool. Do we need anything else? I guess, wait, do we have any items that can rank up quicker? Oh, increase max MP. Well, let's give that to Hulkenberg because she's our mage. Actually, that's a horrible decision. Why would Hulkenberg be our mage? She has by far the lowest MP. Oh well. It's fine. I never never claimed that this playthrough is going to be any good, strategically speaking. Maybe I'll get there one day. But for now, we're just, we're playing. We're having fun with it. So we can't leave right now because it's nighttime. Okay. So I have to figure out what I want to do. So that's just Moore's book. The icon on the map, that is. I thought maybe there was something I could do with the gallows or something.
My wits have left me.
Okay.
The Grand Cathedral, why? It's...
I wonder if that's the same guy.
What is it?
We can increase our wisdom, but that's already that's already rank 2.
Stinking believable.
So
Stop that at once.
let's hear the end of this guy's tale, I guess.
What do you want to do?
Let's do it. Let's see, I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy for her, to thank her for saving his life. We've hit a bit of time skip here, as this next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day he too ventured into a forbidden cave and became hopelessly lost. I'm sensing a bit of a pattern here. Maybe this guy should avoid a cave in the
That's
future.
awful.
Oh yeah, here we go. Wow, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, lost in the dark, what should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just as the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather could only blurt out a confused, "What?" It was the first time he'd even been to the cave, after all. Then the fairy said, "Don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast." And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. The boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson, he said. The fairy considered this for a moment, then said, "You people die so young." The fairy led my grandfather out of the cave, like she did with his grandfather before. The whole time, he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. So before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, "Thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if history will repeat, I doubt it. My family had to leave that village when my grandfather grew up. So I'm sure you can appreciate how amusing I found it to find a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate has been seems tied to the fairies." Well, I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy, and meeting you like this, who knows, maybe it really is fate.
All right.
Man, my imagination rose so little. Why did wisdom rank up so fast?
Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey,
Okay.
Damn.
The army's been negligent. Even with all that's happened, they still won't dispatch soldiers. Since this all began, the army has lacked in manpower, and the recent turmoil has only exacerbated their troubles. At the very least, they've put out a bounty on the beast. It seems we should slay it ourselves and be done with it. Did they say there was undead out there as well? I thought there was going to be a bounty on that. Maybe they weren't talking about the undead. Maybe they were just talking about travelers getting killed by this man-eater. Nobody wants to... actually, hold on. Why are these exclamation marks here? And also, what is this new? Oh, it's just because I haven't read it. Oh, and the exclamation mark is just their story has been updated. So I can read something new. Got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to end it here. It's not been maybe the most eventful episode. I do apologize for not getting to the quests, but we're now going to do that next time. I guarantee it, because there's no followers that I have to hang out with or anything like that. So we're going to do Brigida's quest
stay there.
and hopefully be able to also take out the man-eater Manjula, but I bet that's going to be on separate days. So hopefully we can do both next time. We're going to probably prioritize Brigida's quest. Anyways, dropping down a save.
What now?
And I hope you join me next time. But until then, bye now.